Sisters, before we go any further, I just want to say this. Your pain is real, and we're not here to rush past it, or wrap it up in cliches. Heartbreak isn't just some moment that comes and goes. It can knock the wind out of you for quite a while. It can leave you questioning your worth, your judgment, even the very future you've been dreaming of. If you've ever sat alone in the dark, wondering what happened. If you've replayed the same conversation in your mind 100 times. If your chest physically hurts, like there's a weight pressing down on it and you can't breathe, you're not being foolish. You're not being dramatic. And you're definitely not weak. You loved. You gave someone your heart, and it didn't go the way you hoped. So we're not going to minimize what you've been through. Instead, we're going to name it. We're going to feel it. And we're going to honor it, because what you've lived through matters. Dears, you matter. This is not the end of your heart's journey. You're still here. Still breathing. Still capable of healing, and still worthy of love. And there is a way forward, gently, wisely, bravely, and we're going to walk through that together. Now let's begin. Let's talk about one of the heaviest lies heartbreak tries to leave behind, and that's, it was all your fault because you put yourself out there. Dears, let's get an understanding right now. It wasn't your fault. Hear me, sisters, love requires vulnerability, right? It requires trust. And you gave that with a sincere heart. That doesn't make you foolish. That makes you human, and it makes you brave. You may have loved someone who didn't know how to love you back. You may have overlooked some warning signs, or red flags, because you were hoping, believing, trying. You may have given more than what was returned, but that doesn't mean you were too much. It means you're generous, open-hearted, willing to try, willing to trust, willing to love. Dears, please hear this, you are not to blame for someone else's inability to cherish what you gave. If they misused your love, disrespected your trust, or walked away when you were trying to build something real, that reflects on them, not you. So many women carry shame after a heartbreak. They replay everything they said, everything they missed, everything they wish they could take back, or even unsee. But dears, love doesn't work like that. It's not a perfect science, or a performance you get graded on. It's a relationship, a choice, a risk, a dance between two hearts, and both people are responsible for how the relationship goes. So dear sisters, I want you to start loosening your grip on the guilt. You've already hurt enough. You don't need to carry blame, or self-blame on top of that. You loved. You dared to love, and even though it didn't last, that love still means something. It means that you, just as you are, without changing a thing, is still worthy of the love that stays, the love that honors and is faithful, the love that's genuinely reciprocated, and sees you clearly, as you are. I know it might not feel like it right now, but hear me dears, this pain won't last forever. I know the ache feels endless. Like the sadness is stitched into your skin. Like you're walking through your days underwater, smiling when you have to, but breaking just beneath the surface. But hear me dears, and believe this when I tell you, that pain has a rhythm. It rises, it crashes, and slowly, eventually, it starts to soften. Now I won't lie to you, healing doesn't happen overnight. Some mornings will still feel heavy. Some songs will still bring tears. But little by little, your heart will start to mend. There will be a day, maybe not soon, but someday, when you'll think of what happened, and not feel like you're unraveling. You'll remember, and instead of pain, you'll feel peace. Or even gratitude for what you learned. Or, you may just simply feel nothing. And even that, my sister, is a victory. The sleepless nights will become fewer. The sharp edges of the memories will smooth out. The seemingly endless tears will finally dry. The world will feel a little more colorful again. And one day, you'll catch yourself laughing, really laughing, and you'll realize that your heart is lighter. Yes, it takes time. It takes grace. And it takes you being patient with yourself. But I promise you, what you're feeling right now is a season, not a sentence. It's a chapter, dears, not the whole book. So don't rush it. Let yourself grieve. But also hold on to this truth, and that's, you will not feel this way forever. You're already healing, even now. And you are stronger than you know. Now, let's talk about the safe way to guard your heart, going forward. After heartbreak, it's natural to want to protect yourself, to pull back, to put your heart in a vault, lock it up, and swallow the key. Dears, that makes perfect sense because when you've been hurt, deeply hurt, survival feels like safety. But let me gently say this, guarding your heart doesn't mean hiding it. It means tending to it. It means being wise with who you give it to, and learning from what you've been through, not as punishment, dears, but as protection. Sisters, hear this truth, you don't have to become cold to stay safe. You don't have to become suspicious to be wise. You don't have to shut everyone out to keep yourself whole. Guarding your heart is about knowing your worth. It's recognizing when someone's words don't match their actions. It's taking your time to see who's consistent, not just charming. It's asking yourself, does this person nourish me, or do they deplete me? Sisters, hear me. When you feel whole in yourself, love becomes a choice, not a lifeline. And you share from your overflow, not from your wounds. Don't you see, dears, guarding your heart doesn't mean you stop being soft. It means your softness is now rooted in strength. It doesn't mean that you build walls, rather, you build gates you can still open, but now, with wisdom and peace. So yes, dears, be cautious. Be aware. Be wise. But don't let fear of heartbreak write the rules, because your heart wasn't meant to stay hidden. It was meant to beat fully, love fully, and be loved in return by someone who sees it, values it, and is worthy of its tenderness. Hear me, sisters. I know what I'm about to say might be hard. After everything you've been through, the thought of opening your heart again might feel terrifying. You may have already said, never again. I can't go through that kind of pain again. And honestly, that's okay. It's okay to feel scared. It's okay to want to take your time. It's okay to pause, to breathe, to heal slowly. But let me offer this truth, and that's, love is still possible. Not just any love. Not the kind that wounds and confuses and drains you, but the kind that builds you. The kind that feels safe. The kind that honors who you are, without asking you to shrink. Sisters, believe me when I tell you that you are not broken beyond repair. Your story isn't too messy. Your heart still has life left in it, so much life. So much beauty. And yes, so much power, because loving is powerful. And while there's no guarantee that the next person will get it right, there is this, dears, and that's, you've grown. You've learned. You're wiser now. You know what you want. You know what peace feels like. You're learning to listen to your intuition. You've become more rooted in your worth. And because of all that, you won't fall the same way again. So when you are ready, and only you know when that will be, sisters, dare. Dare to open the door, just a crack, and let something new find its way in. Because your heart isn't just a place where love once lived. It's a place where love can live again. Now, before I close, can I give you a bit of encouragement? Let me tell you what you can possibly reap when you dare to love again. When you take the risk, not recklessly, but bravely, with a heart that's wiser, more grounded, and still open. Here's what I believe you'll find. I honestly believe you'll rediscover yourself. Because when you love again after heartbreak, it's not about being rescued. It's about showing up as the woman you've become, someone stronger, clearer, softer in all the right places. You begin to trust your voice again, realizing you can feel deeply and still protect your peace. You've become someone who no longer settles for attention, you wait for intention. You get to experience connection from a whole new place, not from a place of desperation, but out of overflow. Not to fill a gap, but to share your life with someone who adds to it. And maybe, my sisters, just maybe, you'll find someone who doesn't just want your heart, they respect your heart. They handle it with care. They show up with presence and consistency, not just promises. But even before that person comes, dare to feel proud of yourself. Proud that you didn't let bitterness win. Proud that you stayed soft. Proud that you believed in something beautiful after something painful. Because every time you dare to love again, you prove that the heartbreak didn't break you. And that's the beginning of something deeply healing, wildly freeing, and beautifully, profoundly fulfilling. Your heart may still be healing, but it is not empty. It still holds wisdom, tenderness, and courage. And when you're ready, it will lead you forward, not into the same old patterns, but into something more true, more whole, more worthy of you. Sisters, you don't have to rush. Just keep breathing. Keep growing. And when the time comes, don't be afraid to open your heart and dare to love again. Until next time.